What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And what we're going to be talking about today is the free agency program. It's been confirmed. It's going to be dropping tomorrow, March 18th, 2020 at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Florida time. Make sure you check your local times and listens if you're out of the country. Obviously, right here at GmiasWorld, we have people from all over the world. We're very, very proud to say that you guys choose to tune into me. That's definitely a privilege. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. So look, you're going to have the opportunity to get free players, a free 96 overall through challenges, things like that. Some of the major players were announced, a lot of them lower overalls, but Chris Harris Jr. and Jadeveon Clowney are some of the top players that were recently announced that probably is going to suit most of us in actually developing our team a little bit more. It is going to be a two-part program, so you're going to have a lot more coming. Obviously, with the news that Tom Brady is going to be a free agent, which all of us expected. If you've been following what's been going on, you kind of figured that they would have to make that decision. He has had certain things going on, which we will be talking about on GmiasWorld Podcast, by the way. So if you guys are not subscribed to GmiasWorld Podcast, please feel free to do so right here on YouTube and check out some of the things that we're going to be doing when we go live also on Twitch with the GmiasWorld Live Podcast on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go ahead and jump into what's going to be happening. So like I said before, the number one card that's going to be part of part one is going to be Jadeveon Clowney. Let me explain to you guys what's going to be happening right now with the way that the game is going. All right. Now, we kept this card the way it was, and we had him in the back burner this whole time. The dude never played a snap. You know, we didn't even look at him in the locker room. Like, we walked right past him. Like, he was like, yo, what's up, coach? And I just kept going forward, bro, because I didn't respect him as a human being at the time. You know, like right now, with the way the game was going, he was obsolete. What's going to happen is, like a lot of you guys probably figure, he's going to get an upgrade, right? Like this upgrade from free agency. And then what's going to happen is Lawrence Taylor is probably going to get an upgrade right around that time. So it's going to be a situation where it's going to be, you know, which one do you want and how can you be smart about how it's coming out? Because Jadeveon Clowney's card is interesting. It's a 98 overall, and Series 6 is dropping on Friday. So we're going to have the opportunity to get a power-up pass. I will urge you guys to not use your power-up pass on Jadeveon Clowney. Let me explain to you guys why. He's going to be jumping to a base 91 speed, which means he's going to technically go to a 94, all right, with our team. If you guys have whatever team he's on, I don't even know. They said that because it's free agency, you should be able to put any team chem on him, but I don't know. We have to confirm that because they were saying stuff like that, but we'll figure that out later. The finesse moves are going to jump to 87, so that may go to a 90 with us. Power moves are going to be 99, and it's a chance that the block shedding is going to be a 99 with the power up as well. Tackle's still pretty low at 91, but we don't care about that. This is the reason that I'm telling you guys this. With the way that the game has been going, and EA Sports has been able to kind of adjust and tune the game on the fly without actually doing title updates, we don't know exactly what's going on with the game, so we may have to start changing up certain players. For instance, Lawrence Taylor and Jadeveon Clowney may have to be the guys that have, you know, the outside presence. Like right now we have Kevin Green out there. He's balling, doing what he has to do. But we have to see what's going on, because what I'm noticing is they're starting to really go to this archetype with the power dudes. So something's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's understanding like, oh, all right, you know, these finesse guys is OP. EA Sports gets wind of it. You know what I'm saying? It's on Reddit. Everybody's raging. And then all of a sudden, everybody just sucks. And we've been discussing that on a regular basis. We've been talking about it, trying to figure out exactly which way we should go with everything that's going on. And the Jadeveon Clowney card looks really, really good. So that's something that we're going to have to consider as far as our squad goes. And we're going to probably have to remove certain players from the lineup in order to make him work. Because if you have too many players at the same position, it starts to get really, really wild, and it can start to collude everything. Like you don't know who you want to play pretty much. So if he comes out and LT doesn't drop the same weekend, we could consider, you know, even putting him at, you know, whatever, left outside line, whatever we're going to do, we could figure out how we want to do it, put him in the game as the guy with the abilities over Kevin Green, and have Kevin Green as a rusher. You see what I'm saying? Because if you really analyze what's going on, it's becoming overly important to figure out what we need to do and why we need to do it. Now, we spoke about Alan Page, and you know, it's like it kind of varies where we are with it. You know, does he do anything? What is he doing? We don't really know. The bottom line is we have a power pass on him right now to get us to 99. And like I just said, a lot of these other cards that are coming out, they're going to be 98s. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to figure out, because we always pride ourselves in not spending anything unless we have to. Now remember, Chris Harris Jr., that dude is garbage, but he's a 96 overall. So you could figure out pretty much what you want to do with that card if you wanted to go after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other cards are not really that major, but the Jadeveon Clowney is probably going to play very, very OP because he's one of the masters. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually where it goes. Like I said before, we can't really determine day to day what goes on because the game is random, but we have to try to find the best fit for the scheme. So this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to look to, like, right now, as of right now, like I told you, you are going to get a free player from the challenges, but they said that you won't be able to get enough stars until next week to get that free player. So if you're looking to get Jadeveon Clowney the first day, it's going to be very, very difficult, but he's a card that I would probably go after. If you wanted to test him out, you could wait until Friday. And let me explain to you why. You're going to definitely get a 98 overall power pass where you could actually figure out, you know, is this dude garbage? Like, what's going on? And then while you're doing that, I'll be doing the same thing. So then by the time we all start talking about it, we'll figure out is it time to go to that archetype? Is it time to start going with the bull rush, these power move dudes, and just letting them go crazy? Because like I said, for some reason, when the game first came out, just because of all the hype over Aaron Donald, EA Sports immediately patched all the stuff that was going on with these power rush guys. And because of that, the finesse move guys became OP. You see what I'm saying? But again, with the way that Warren Sapp plays, and I think you will all agree if you played against Warren Sapp, you don't need abilities on Warren Sapp for him to just go wild and do whatever he wants. That's a major issue. You know what I'm saying? Because that should tell us, like, all right, hold on. What is EA Sports actually doing right now? And then also, Alan Page, like, the dude is garbage, but it's like, hold on. You know, he has that speed, but he still can't chase down even the slowest quarterbacks that have, you know, pretty much escape artists. Like, I tried to run down, you know, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. You know, Aaron Rodgers has like an 85 speed or something like that, and he couldn't chase him down. So the D tackles are D tackles. Ideally, what I want for us though is to put the fastest guys in at the left end, the right end, and use those guys at D tackles the way we did before. Like, you know, Bosa's a little bit faster, but the interesting thing about it is Alan Page is faster than Bosa right now, but Bosa can chase people down. Now, you might say, yeah, bro, what about the pursuit? You know, maybe the pursuit or something. I don't really know. See, that's the thing about it. It's like, it's weird. And it's game to game that, you know, you'll see it and you're like, hold on, like, why are my players doing that? But it's our job to figure it out. Like, yo, what is this and why is it happening? He has a 95 pursuit. So what is this guy's pursuit? 96. So that, and it probably gets chemmed up even more. So I don't even understand that. That doesn't make any sense, you know, with the way that everything goes. But I'm pretty sure you guys seen it. I've streamed it. I've showed you guys that Alan Page just look, bro, he just doesn't, he doesn't really do what he's supposed to do. And because of that, it causes a lot of issues. And I'm at the point right now where we have to figure out together, like, what are we trying to do? So that's what's going to happen during this free agency period. Because remember, everything that they're doing now more than likely is going to be experimental to kind of figure out what we're going to do in 21. Because remember, a lot of the things that they said that they weren't going to do, it ended up happening because people were complaining so much about the abilities and, you know, this guy's doing this and this guy's OP, that they had no choice to be like, yo, we got to make the game fun for everybody. So that means that it has to be, you know, casual fans have to be able to play the game. So because casual fans have to be able to play the game, that's going to present a whole nother issue. You see what I'm saying? So with that being the case, it's very, very important that we understand that we keep them with the times. So as far as everything goes right now, you can see Lawrence Taylor, I just told you, Jadeveon Clowney is going to be about a 94 speed on our squad, or 95, something like that, right? Because he's going to get the 92 power plus 3, so 95 he's probably going to be. Lawrence Taylor right now doesn't meet, you know, obviously, you know, Jadeveon Clowney is going to be better than him for, you know, temporarily. The issue is this, though. Jadeveon Clowney might just be good enough for he and Lawrence Taylor to play my edges, and we keep the finesse move guys on the inside. You see what I'm saying? Like, he might just be that good for where we're like, yo, 95 speed and all that kind of weird stuff that he's doing. He might be that good to where we're like, yo, we got to make that move. If that's the case, for all of you guys that were smart enough, like I told you guys, keep Lawrence Taylor on the back burner. We have a few options that we can do. All right? We can completely rage sell Kevin Green if we don't care about that 99 finesse anymore and utilize the real D tackles on the inside of our 3-4s, and also when we run the dime 1-4-6. We can actually do that. We can utilize the big, the big body guys, the D tackle guys in the middle, come out with the outside guys. Now remember, primarily for 3-4, they've nerfed the run game a little and also implemented a lot of defenses that shoot the gap instantly. So you can, like right now, I think if we're able to get Jadeveon Clowney, putting him on the outside with LT, even though LT is only a 92 speed, it'll work out for us. You see what I'm saying? Like, it'll make sense because Kevin Green is kept to a 94, but he doesn't really, like, in certain cases with the run game, even though we have, like, no outsiders, I don't know if it's because of his finesse move. I don't have any idea what he's doing, but sometimes he gets bottled up. If he plays inside, though, as a D end, and then we have the strong power guys on the outside, it may change up what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, it may give us a little bit more oomph, but we got to figure that out. We have to wait because right now we don't have the speed on the outside to determine it. And remember, we could do something like Kevin Green and Jadeveon Clowney. We could do that also. We could have those guys on the outsides and put LT, as D end in the 3-4. The issue is LT always plays a lot better when he's wide. It doesn't like it's sort of like this. Like how EA loves Deion Sanders? It's like they give him certain perks that he's able to do just because he's LT. So we can't really explain it, but we just know what happens. It's sort of like that type of thing. So I may suggest to you guys to keep him on the outside just because he's LT. Like, I have no other reason. I have no other, leg to stand on with this, bro. That's all I'm suggesting. But it looks like that's where we're headed. Okay, because with this promo right here, plus we got the golden tickets coming, you got to understand, regardless of what goes on and how they change it, like how they adjust what's going on, how they make certain things happen, we have to adapt. Because if we don't adapt, bro, EA is going to be railroading dudes. Like, for instance, right? Whatever receiver comes out soon, whether it's, golden ticket Julio Jones, Ultimate Legend Randy Moss, they're going to set the standard. So right now we have Mike Evans, right? Mike Evans is raw. Like, listen, let me tell you something about Mike Evans. That dude right there, he don't care about who's in front of him. He has no concern about anything. He's doing whatever he wants, when he wants to do it, and your mom's is included. And the reason that he's able to do that is because EA has made him very, very unique, which is why it's very, very interesting. It's sort of like Madden 15 where the height matters, but you have the predetermined animations. So what that means is he can go up and get the ball in a lot of different situations, but you have to remember the chances of the defenders picking the ball up if you don't have good user is very, very high because they still have those predetermined animations in the game and it still causes issues. But what I'm trying to point out to you guys is this: that green catch in traffic and that green spec catch, that means something. So that changes the game from the more speedy, the rocket archetype, like these speed runner guys. But when Randy Moss gets released, more than likely his speed is going to be probably, green 99 to where it's actually it's for real. That's a real 99. That's that sort of thing. When that happens, that can be a very, very interesting thing. You see what I'm saying? That can be actually very, very interesting with the way that it works out, because if that were to make him move around and do certain things that he's supposed to do, that would create a situation where now we have to go back and we have to look for the faster, like, you see like how Calvin is like that and Randy Moss is like that? All of a sudden, Mike Evans wouldn't be as good, even with all these numbers, because they keep tuning it. Now, remember, I think they said they're going to do one more patch to kind of contain matchup nightmare, because everybody realized, throughout the year, like I told you, in September, somebody was mossing me with it with a tight end, and I didn't understand what was going on because I just couldn't believe what was happening. And then now with salary cap, it's so OP, and people are streaming it, and EA is looking at it like, hold on, how's that guy catching the ball with the whole team on him? I don't know if you guys remember, back in Madden 16, I made a video where I manned up all 11 guys on one guy, and the guy still caught it. Well, that happens now with Matchup Nightmare because it's just like an automatic win, and it's really nothing you can do about it. So, depending on the wide receiver that's released next, that's also going to change it. But this free agency promo is going to have a lot of different additions with it, and like I said, throughout the process of it, some changes may come through. All right, now, looking at the O-line, these guys are studs. All right, for those of you guys that are asking, yeah, these guys are definitely studs. They're absolutely ready to go with no issue. I don't know what else they're going to do as far as free agency. Like I said, with Tom Brady, the thing about Tom Brady that we have to watch, you need a certain speed. Like if you have like at least 82 speed, even with the different archetype, see, I don't know if it would make sense, because you got to remember, guys, the escape artist has been tuned, but at the same time, you can avoid a lot of tackles and things like that when dudes are rushing everybody and coming right in there. The issue that I want you guys to understand is, what type of quarterback are you looking for? Make sure that you have some type of mobility. Now, I don't want to go crazy and say, yo, let's all get Michael Vick, but I want you guys to understand mobility is a very, very huge thing. And as far as like the quick passes and stuff like that, you got to have somebody that can get the ball off. And Aaron Rodgers is still right now at this moment the fastest release in the game. Now, will something happen where they'll release another quarterback that'll do that in free agency? Maybe Tom Brady will have a fast release. Maybe they'll adjust him. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, we have to look at it. If we're going to be able to enjoy this game while MLB is out and all these other games are out, we got to find new ways to figure out what's going on with it. So some of you guys are asking, what makes Aaron Rodgers decent? Am I going to consider keeping him during this promo? I might have to. Because like I said, I don't want to go backwards and be like, oh, bro, this dude's not throwing the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like, Patrick Mahomes is great until you need to throw the ball. When you need to throw the ball, all of a sudden the dude's garbage. And that's the problem. But does that mean that EA wouldn't possibly be able to tune it before the year's out? I don't think they will, because the complaints have been heavy and they haven't budged on the releases of the players. So maybe there's something where they can't actually do it right now, whatever. But that's one thing that everyone, the pro players, you know, the casuals, everyone has complained about it, and nothing has been done about it. Nothing has been done about it because the cards have been built a certain way and they just left it like that. So that one part we know is consistent. But if you run around with these mobile quarterbacks, you can throw the ball fast by just, you know, bullet passing it. That's what I want to really point out to you guys. So there's advantages to it, and then there's certain things that go on where it's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. This needs to stop. Those type of things is what we have to address. So with the rest of the promo, once it's released, I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown of it, and then we're going to go over all the things that are involved with it once it's released tomorrow. But I want you guys to be prepared that we may have to start changing some stuff up. Now, I'm not going to go to John Elway because he has a strong arm and all that stuff, because we tried with Gunslinger. To be honest with you, 100% honest, Gunslinger doesn't work. Like, the ball travels the same speed because the card itself, if you have a certain amount of throw power, which is what we all discovered, they're going to throw the ball that same exact way no matter what. That ability does not work in the game. So Gunslinger right now for me, I have to see what else I'm going to put on my players, but Gunslinger's a joke. So I have to actually, you know, change something up and see how we can, you know, make sure that we're able to, you know, do some other things. I don't know. Remember, all the Deadeyes are included in Roman Deadeye. Just let go of Turbo, so don't worry about adding these. See, the QB Playmaker, it doesn't really make a difference. This right here I know works because, you know, I played a guy that's number 5 or something that he just stayed there, kept trying to get sacked and break the sack every play, and that was his offense. And he just threw the ball. After that, I don't really know what else we can really do with it. I don't see anything where, you know, like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, we could always go identifier, but we've gone so long without using identifier anymore. I don't think it really matters. The only thing that we could use is QB Playmaker. Other than that, we leave Gunslinger on and it doesn't really work and it's useless. And that presents a whole nother issue. So, you know, at the end of the day, we have to figure out a couple things going forward. But I can tell you this much: the QB Playmaker is a joke. So that may present more issues that we want to deal with. And you know, to be quite honest, and like I said, with QB Playmaker, I don't really use it, so I don't know. Maybe it could be glitchy. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna take Gunslinger off because, like I said, I don't want you guys to keep it on and think that it still works, because I showed you guys in the stream yesterday that it's stupid and it's useless. So we might as well just know that the guy's gonna throw the ball the way he's gonna throw it, and just know that we have QB Playmaker just in case we need to use it. You know, send somebody on a drag, shoot them upfield, something like that, going forward. But we have to look to see how the rest of this unfolds. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins, a lot of these other cards are gonna be available in free agency if EA Sports wants to go out and give us that, like, the best promo, because You know, him going over to Arizona, that's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So we got to look out for a lot of new content coming very, very soon. Remember, it's 2 parts. If you have any other additional questions or comments that I did not cover, let me know. Leave it in the comments, and we will get back to you as soon as we can as a community and try to figure out what's happening up until it drops, where I'll give you guys all the full details. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You have an unbelievable day. Number 1, stay safe. Until next time, one love, y'all.